As family and friends gather for the holidays, it's important to take all precautions to keep our loved ones safe. The California Department of Public Health wants everyone to stay ahead in the midst of the pandemic, which is why Senior Vice President of Programs and Partnerships, Kyung Hang, is here to give us tips to staying healthy during the most vulnerable season. Hi, Kyung. So, Kyung, before we go into the holidays and gather with family and friends, what should we know?
Thank you. Couple of important things to know as we head into the holidays safely. Three things in particular. We would highly encourage you to get vaccinated, and or if you've been vaccinated, get a booster. And of course, in a time and season of flu, we would highly recommend getting your flu shot as well.
All right, and why should people get the booster shot?
Yeah, it's really important to get the booster shot. We can all do our part to keep hospitalization down and stay protected during the winter months. It is winter by getting our vaccination and getting the boosters. A COVID-19 booster will help strengthen immunity so that we can all gather safely with family as we head into the holidays and friends, and particularly during cooler weather. The more vaccinations and boosters are administered, the faster we will move to full and whole family protection.
All right, and it's also flu season. So why should we get a flu shot? And can we get it at the same time as a booster or COVID-19 vaccine?
Absolutely. You can get it, and it's safe to get both the flu shot and the COVID-19 shot at the same time. You know, we know that winter is oftentimes a time of heavy flu season. And in order to prevent flu, it's especially important this season with COVID. We know that a bad flu season combined with COVID-19 can put vulnerable populations at high risk. And so we recommend that everyone who's 6 months and older should get a vaccine, a flu shot, especially those who are dealing with an immunocompromised medical condition. And if you haven't gone vaccinated against COVID-19, yes, it is safe to have both vaccines at the same time.
Okay, and I mean, getting vaccinated, it's a hot topic, especially when you bring in children. Why is it important for kids 5 and older to get vaccinated?
Yeah, well, science and data are speaking loudly and clear that vaccination are still doing a great job against protecting the worst outcome related to COVID. We know that kids who are five and older are now eligible for for the Pfizer vaccine. If we can get our children who are eligible for COVID vaccines appropriately immunized, it will protect them, and it will protect other school age children. So, would highly recommend getting children vaccinated.
And people are still on the fence about getting vaccinated. What is your advice or any knowledge that you can share to people who may still feel uncertain or not want to get vaccinated?
Yeah, well, simply put, as more and more people are vaccinated, the virus is less likely to spread, mutate, and become even more dangerous. We know that vaccine prevents serious illness, it saves lives, and more importantly, it reduces further spread of COVID-19 so that we can safely congregate with our family and loved ones.
And how can people make sure that they're getting the right information? There's a lot of misguided, false information that's out there. How can people make sure that they're getting the correct info that they need to make the correct decisions about getting vaccinated?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, talk to your healthcare providers with any questions you might have about, how to appropriately protect yourself and your family. And then, of course, information is available through the California Department of Public Health by way of the covid19.ca.gov website. And there you will find the latest and greatest information about COVID and how it's impacting our state.
And, over the holiday break, there was detected a new variant. Does that just increase the urge for people to get vaccinated right now?
Absolutely, it does. And I think that the important thing about the Omicron variant is that we're still learning about the new variant, including how it spreads and infects individuals, as well as how it responds to vaccine. What we do know right now are three things. There are currently no cases in the U.S. However, based on other variants, it is only a matter of time before Omicron is detected here in the U.S. So that's why it's really important for us to get vaccinated. And for those who are vulnerable and have already been vaccinated, please consider getting a booster. The second thing about this new variant is that there are many mutations. This new variant has many new mutation in important areas of the virus that impact infectiousness and the ability to immune system. So there's a lot we don't know at this time, but of course, we do know that vaccine will help put an end to the pandemic, and so let's get as many people as possible vaccinated.
Kying, very timely information. Thank you for joining us this morning. And for more information, visit myturn.ca.gov.